Good morning, MBAers. It's Wednesday, the 22nd. Just a quick catch up with you guys today. It's Combat MBA-tician day today. Whoever made that up, we try. It's competition day. The competition today is to come up with a competition that will do two things. One, help my good friend Daniel Disney out, and listen, he doesn't need any help from me. He knows exactly what he's doing. I think he's on 500,000 followers. Oh no, sorry, with an audience of over 1 million followers on LinkedIn. So content reaching hundreds of millions of people every single year. Yeah, he knows what he's talking about, that man. Right, competition day. So today, points make prizes, as they say. You get to benefit the result of this week's competition. Is numerous, actually. The competition's scrolling along the bottom of the screen. So today, which I will lay out underneath. But I want you to imagine that today you meet yourself and you tell yourself that you're just about to start your business. And so there's three pieces of information that you want to glean from your future self. And the first piece is what's the best piece, the first bit of information is what's the best single piece of information or advice that you could give me to start my business. The second is what's the most important item, what's the most important thing that I will need to run my business. And thirdly, what's the single biggest mistake I need to avoid? So three things that will encourage me to buy you a coffee if it was my future. Like that, I would buy myself a coffee if it was my future self. So, I'm 20 years in. The world was very different back in 2004. We didn't have any social media. I think there certainly no Facebook, no Twitter. This is how quickly it changes, right? So it was a very different environment to go to market in. So which is an interesting thing in itself. So what's the best single piece of advice you would give yourself? What's the single most important item that you have needed or that you would give yourself as information that you would need? And what's the single biggest mistake that you would tell yourself to avoid? So that's this week's competition. The winner, everybody wins. Everybody wins. Do you know what? Even those that don't participate and just watch get to win. But the biggest winners will be those that share those three things, and you see the ticks coming and you see the feedback that you get. So because I promise you, anything that you tell your future self would be relative and important to probably everybody. So and it'll be, oh yeah, I certainly would give myself that piece of advice. So more than happy for you to go more than once, but stay on format. So one piece of advice, one item that you would need, and one mistake to avoid. And then if you want to go again, one. So if you want to go more than once, you need to have three answers, right? So and then just before we go, what else was I going to share with you? So let's bring up your feed. Guerrilla marketing. I can do a flash mastermind on guerrilla marketing if you want one. All I would say to you is you tell me. Okay, so this is about you telling me. I don't want to do stuff that is tumbleweed. So there is no point in me sitting in front of my screen here producing flyers, handouts, and producing PowerPoints and sitting in front of the screen for half an hour for it to sit in an empty platform. So if you want me to do some, literally it'd probably be about 20-minute, 30-minute flash mastermind on guerrilla marketing. I can do that for you. certainly within the next week. So lots of tips and advice on guerrilla marketing I could give you for sure. So what else? Congratulations to Liz, who has had something going on with Theo. Not the first. In fact, I've met Theo a couple of times. There was somebody in our network, some people in here that know somebody that's met him a few times, and I was with this person. Were we at a big 100? Where was she? It must have been a big 100. I think we were at a big 100, and Theo was in the building. I knew he was in the building anyway, because the lady who looks after me at the hotel told me that he was in the building. We were queuing up for lunch, and he was queuing up for lunch. Anyway, the lady I was with wouldn't know him, but had formally met him and went off and said hello. Ad and tag this week is going very well. Keep them coming. I do like the ad and tag game. Tip of the day yesterday, I think has been going quite well. Mark always is posting up good content. Thank you, Mark. And Pippa talking about working outdoors, and now we've got thunderstorm warnings, so that's Pippa's fault. We're going to blame Pippa for that. Our HR specialist Natasha Freya posting up good content. Thank you for that. Great question from Rebecca Becky on procrastination. Again, I could do a video into the classroom on how to avoid, or not avoid it, can't avoid it, but reduce procrastination. Carl Pugh, our technical expert, he's had some personal challenges, family challenges with some bereavement, but he's been in here helping us out with updates and heads up on some stuff, which is always good. Email software, the talent show from Friday. We were slow to pick up on Monday, but I think we've got some commitments in there now. But this is what this environment is for. Yeah. So and then Becky with some HMRC changes. So all good. There you go. There was definitely something else I was going to share, and I can't remember what it was. I'm off to speak at an expo. Another masterclass for you. I've got so many. I can't begin to tell you. There is so much sort of kind of 30-minute, what I kind of bite-sized content, rather than spending half a day or a day. I mean, I do 3 days. I'm doing 3 days or 3 nights actually in about 2 weeks' time into Australia. But an hour is kind of very palatable and digestible, I know, and I can't begin to tell how many of those that I've got. Yeah, so what's my topic? I'm doing 20 minutes, 3,125 ways or combinations to make your business flourish. So it's true, it's not clickbait. I'm going to share exactly how you can do that, so in 20 minutes. So and I'll be stood on that stage promoting, pushing and plugging you guys. So as I do every single day, trying to encourage people to come and join. So I'm a little bit perplexed, if I was to be brutally honest, confused and struggling to understand, but that tells me I'm learning, right? So I have to put a wry smile on my face and think, well, I'm in the learning place. So 8 minutes in, there you go. That is me for today, the competition day. Just as a reminder, one, if you met your future self and you said, oh, I'm thinking about starting a business, what would you recommend? What's the best piece of advice you could give me? What's the one item that is indispensable that I absolutely would need? And lastly, what's the biggest mistake I should avoid? Bit of fun, but if it's fun, it gets done. If it's a bore, it's a chore, right? So, and if we can continue to make these learnings fun, it makes it far more palatable, far more digestible, and far more likely to stay with you and be a benefit and value to you. Have the most amazing day. Enjoy your hump day. I'm off to entertain or edutain some people, and I will catch up with you again. Yeah, I'll catch up with you again before the end of the week. Bye for now.